Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is your boy Tanveer Said, Blind Man Reviews. I'm very, very sorry for such a delay in content on this channel, but I've been very busy with my other channel and also with college work as well. So sorry for that, but please do make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all your support that way really helps this legally blind YouTube content creator to remain motivated to continue making a variety of different type of videos on either or both channels, and would really help this channel grow. Right. Today I tried something a little different, which I was actually away from for about 11 years, and I thought I would never get back into this again. I'm talking about competitive blind sports. If you guys didn't know, I actually played blind cricket for Yorkshire County from 2009 to 2013, and if I'm not mistaken, pretty much every year we won something. So I really, really enjoyed my time. For the most part, there. I still remember my only hat trick, and I still remember there was a finals where I got run out courtesy of my runner. Like I was pretty much getting set to see the team home, but my runner got run out, so I don't know what to do. But anyways, today I tried something called beep ball. It is essentially blind baseball here in the United States. And yeah, this was I think the first time I've actually even held a baseball bat, and the first thing that came to my mind is, wow, this bat is very small. Like cricket bats are usually much larger, but this is basically hitting a round ball with a round bat. Unlike cricket, where you have the blade of the bat and a round handle attached to a round handle. Over here, no, it's just like a somewhat like a piece of wood, like a carved piece of wood. It's all I won't say fully cylindrical, but conically cylindrical. But it's dense. It's dense. All right. So here's how it works out. Like, guys, if you don't know baseball, I would first suggest learning a little bit about baseball before proceeding with this video. So, to the best of my understanding, here's how it works. Um, the ball is larger. Uh, the ball is larger. It's larger than a soft, like in baseball, it's like 9 inches of circumference or something like that. Uh, Here, I think it's like 16 inches of circumference. So it amounts to a size one football, like something like a size one football. However, this ball, it's not that soft. It is actually hard enough. I mean, it's not like a cricket leather ball or like cork ball hard. No, no. That one, it like there are documented cases of that actually killing people because it hit them. It hit the batter on the wrong part of their head. I think the latest case I remember was Phil Hughes, and thankfully Mustafizur Rahman, he was lucky that nothing serious happened and he came back to play. But um, this ball slightly larger, and it beeps all the time. Now, um, how is the battery maintained? I don't know, but this ball has a beeping noise, and here's where I would recommend a change. The beeping noise needs to be a little sharper, because if it is sharper, it stands out a bit more from the background noise, because the current beeping, it makes it blend in a little bit with the background noise. Okay, so that's the ball. Okay, the base is base home plate is it's pretty much the same. Okay, now in beep ball, second base is eliminated. There is no second base. Okay, you have first base and you have third base. Okay, you have the pitcher's mound and everything. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, the pitcher's mound is actually flattened out this time. In competitive matches, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now when the ball is pitched, just like in blind cricket, we say ready, play. Like play is during the time we release the ball, and it's the pretty much it's the standard 22-yard pitch. I think it's the same here because we were not playing on a full size baseball diamond, like nowhere near full size baseball diamond, but I would think it's the same. Okay, the command is ready, steady, pitch. Okay, and the pitch is during the release of the ball. And in blind cricket, if you don't say play, the umpire will immediately call a no ball. So I don't know the equivalent here. All right, so once the batter hits the ball, once the batter hits the ball, on first and on third base, there will be this, tiny little 3 foot. In the UK, we call them ballards. Yeah, tiny little 3 foot pole type of thing, like stumps type of thing, or like a stump type of thing. It's slightly wider. In fact, I've seen back rollers in the gym that kind of look like that, those cushion things. Now those have a distinct beeping of their own, and one of them will be lit up by a neutral person. I would think it's the umpire or it's another official. Now the batter has to run. The batter has to run to the beeping base, basically. Like at first and third base, they'll be beeping. So let's say you hit the ball. This is how it was explained to me. Let's say you hit the ball to between second and third base. Then the first base uh, pole will start buzzing, and the batter has to run to that, and vice versa if the ball is hit between, let's say, first and second base, around that area. If the ball is hit over second base, then it's the umpire's call or it's the official's call. One of them will start buzzing, and the batter has to run to it. Okay, here's something I didn't know. Okay, these are for only blind people, and to ensure this, every player has to wear a blindfold. Okay, I mean, uh, I fielded first, and I didn't know of this rule, and I was taught, when I was playing with Yorkshire, that sometimes when the batter drops the ball and starts running, you have to attack the ball. So I went ahead and followed the beeping and attacked the ball. And like I said, it's not that uh, it's not that easy if you're used to domestic blind cricket. If you're used to international blind cricket, it might be a little easier because you're handling a ball that's smaller than a regulation cricket ball. But B ball, like it's smaller than a it's significantly small. It's like maybe 1/4 the size of a size 3 football that we used in domestic blind cricket for Yorkshire or in England. So I was taught to attack the ball, and so I did. And here's my other recommendation, as far as I see. Okay, now in blind cricket, uh, this is one thing I really, really like about blind cricket. Okay, the rules that you have will slightly vary based on your eyesight. Oh, and before that, I believe in beep ball, instead of three strikes, you have four strikes, and I don't think you have a walk or a ball, which is I mean, if you don't have a walk or a ball, then the pitcher can continue pitching outside of the hitting range of the batter, and nothing's gonna stop him. So like I'm a little confused there. Okay, but getting back to blind cricket. In blind cricket, in the English domestic version, um, you have like based on what you can see, you have slightly different rules. Okay, uh, B ones are those who are basically totally blind and don't have light perception. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that's the category of B one. Whatever run a B1 scores will be doubled. So if a B1 scores a 4, it'll count as 8 runs. Next, a B1 has to be LBW twice to be given out. It shouldn't be consecutively twice, but there is something called a half out. Okay, but if the B1 batter is caught or is bowled, then that's a complete out. That's a complete wicket. Okay, and a B1 must have a runner. That's from the bat. Okay, that's from the batting side, and the ball has to bounce twice, once on each half of the pitch before arriving to the batting crease, to the batting wicket. That's the rule for B1 batters. Otherwise, the ball will be considered a no ball. Okay. When it comes to fielding, if a B1 player catches the ball on the first bounce after hitting a batter, it is considered a catch out. So a B1 player is allowed to catch the ball on the first bounce, and that's considered a wicket. Okay, after hitting the bat. And like on a personal anecdote, there was an event where I played a rising defensive shot wrong. Okay, like I learned this and I wish I picked this up more in traditional cricket. Like when I used to see traditional cricket, I wish I picked on this a bit more. Okay, especially in blind cricket, like when the ball naturally bounces higher, because it's essentially a football with iron fillings inside. If you're playing a defensive shot, you have to be very good and you have to try and trap the ball right in front of you. If you play a lazy defensive shot, there are B1 players standing right at the edge of the pitch. Right at the edge of the pitch, they're just waiting, and if the ball goes to them on the first bounce, they will catch it. Okay, so that's for a B1. For a low partial, B2, B2 it has there's you have your regulation B2, and you have low partial. Low partials are basically people like me who have light perception, visual acuity, and this is a little misleading. Light, as far as I understand, light perception, visual acuity doesn't mean that you can see light and you cannot see light and that's all you can see. No, light perception, visual acuity means your eyesight is so bad that the small number that it is representative of is insignificant. It's like 20 over maybe 900, 20 over 1000, something like that. So something along those lines. At least that's what an optometrist explained here to me in America. So I was a low partial. As far as I remember, the only rule that was changed for me was that the ball had to bounce twice. Otherwise, it's considered a no ball, like as a batter. And I had to have a runner. And actually, me having a runner was a good thing because I tried batting once where I didn't have a runner in one of the net sessions, and I absolutely rammed one of my teammates because I was so eager to get to the other end. Like, unfortunately, he ended up having a concussion. Um, so I thought for everyone else's safety, uh, it's better if I have a runner. Apart from that, the half out, no, it does not apply to us. The double runs does not apply to us. The one bounce catch does not apply to us. Okay. B2, other B2 and B3 batters. The only rule that is different from traditional cricket is that the ball has to bounce once before reaching the batting crease. Like, it doesn't matter where on the pitch, but the ball has to bounce once. B4, on the other hand, these are people who are like, slightly visually impaired or something like that. B4s, the rule is no different, compared to regular cricket. Like, as in, you can bowl full tosses to them. So this is one rule that, like, this is one set of rules that allows for different people with different levels of vision to play the sport with the vision that they're comfortable with. Because my problem with the blindfold is that the the people who have little vision, they actually rely on that little vision to make sense of the world. And if you take that away from them, you're putting them in a new environment that they're not fully familiar with. However, this is only my first session, and my next session will unfortunately be after Ramadan, because Ramadan, I believe, is the first day that we fast is on Monday, and this is a Saturday. This is a Saturday. I'm recording this, but I will definitely go back if given the opportunity, because I really missed competitive sport, the competitive blind sport, and I forgot how fun it can be. But if you guys are interested in looking up what this is, there are YouTube videos about beep ball. Go look it up, and let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys think about all what I said in the comment section below. I would like to thank everyone, including Coach Bill, the Center for the Visually Impaired, Brevard Association for the Advancement of the Blind. I hope I pronounced that right. And everyone else, all the volunteers who made this event in West Melbourne possible. I look forward to joining you guys again. Thank you so much for watching. This is your boy, Tavir Said, Blind Man Review, signing out.